thing. Marketing, general tips of marketing. So if you want to be a marketer, first, make sure you have an idea of everything. Yes, because before you start marketing a product, you must strike a conversation. You don't just meet someone and say, I'm selling this, I'm selling that. Everybody is distracted. We all have issues, and we are in Nigeria presently. So you need to have an idea of everything happening. Social media, where you're living. From there, now you introduce your product. So it will be easy for you to discuss with that person. So basically, when you want to do real estate, you have to have an idea of everything. Number one, an idea of everything. Because that helps you to strike a conversation. Because every marketer needs to know how to strike a conversation. Not just striking a conversation. When you strike a conversation, you hold it, you sustain the conversation. Most people will talk as they are talking in the middle of the conversation, they get lost. They don't know what to say again. So you have to strike a conversation and also maintain the conversation. As the person is talking, you have to be more like a mind reader. As the person is talking, you're listening to the person, the next thing to say is in your head already. So as the person ends the conversation, you say something else to continue discussing. There will be a bridge for you to introduce what you want to sell. You need to speak your client's language. Perfect. It works like more than magic. If your client is a farmer, so if you want to introduce a property, you now tell your client, you can sow a seed in real estate and get fast return on your investment. So that word sow, because a farmer sows and harvests. That word sow, now okay, so yeah. Because now you'll be thinking, when I sow, I harvest. It's better to sow and to harvest. If you want to harvest anything, you have to sow. So now you're speaking your client's language. It will now help you to discuss further. So if your client is a pilot, you want to discuss about real estate, you say a word that is related to flying. You use the person for instance. So do you know you can invest in this property? Before you know it, your investment will just fly over the roof. Oh yeah, fly. That fly, it will not ignite something in the person's head because the person has a lot to do with flying, but he's a pilot. So it will help you to continue in the conversation with your client, checking on them, making sure they are okay. Everything mustn't be about marketing. Let it not be that whenever your client sees your call, he's scared. Wants to market property to me. Once in a while, check on them. When you check on them, you now remind them. The secondary aim of contacting them is to remind them of the previous discussion you had with them. And in that previous discussion now, you try to relate in a particular way that you people have been discussing. So you will not be like, this guy has been talking about this continuously. So whenever you contact them, you greet them, you strike a message about that particular property. So now it will not be echoing on them that you're still keeping them in check about this particular property. Involving your clients, making them feel like family. Because if you're always coming to me when you want to sell, when you want to make money, I'll feel somehow as if you're being selfish, self-centered and all of that. So your clients should also be in your family list. The way you take care of your family members, you take care of your clients like that. Not like extreme, but to an extent. Don't limit them to just clients. You check on your family members, you check on your clients too. So once in a while, you call them, you check their status. If they have an event, you go for the event. Don't go empty-handed. You go with gifts. It might cost you a lot, but you have to. Because most of these rich men, nobody gives them. So any little thing you give them, they appreciate it more. So imagine you're giving your client that has not bought property from you. Even if he doesn't buy, he will refer you to someone to buy from you. So don't always have this mindset, I must make money from this client, I must make money from this client. No. Some clients are there for you to bond them together as family. Then with time, the deal will strike. I have a client that I've been talking to for like 5 years. Up to 5 years. I'm still communicating with him. But luckily, he bought a property recently from me. Then I have another one too. That was last year. He gave me the biggest breakthrough in real estate. I've been communicating. He just called me. By then I really needed money. He called me, "Happy, are you still into property?" I said, "Yes." He referred me to members of their staff, their cooperatives. They all subscribed because I've been communicating with him and I take him as a family, not just a client. I check on him. If you really want to do this business, you have to look like what you're selling. Looking like what you're selling doesn't mean you must break a bank to look good. You don't need to break a bank to carry yourself in a particular way. In fact, you're your client's first product. You have to look like what you're selling. What are we selling? We are selling properties. It's for people that are well fed, as the person wey don chop belle full, na im dey buy property. So you must look no matter what, no matter. You don't have to be cut on fresh. That doesn't mean that you must go and wear designer stuff. At least look neat and presentable. Anywhere you go to, you can step in. It's very important. So you look like it, and you look like the person that you want to meet, because whoever you're meeting, I know some clients might not look it, but even at that, you have to look it. Look like what you're selling, so you can easily get access to some places. People respond more to who they can easily relate with. There's this issue of class. Nobody can eradicate that. It has been there. So they just believe that a particular classes of people should do this. So you have to look like that, so you can be easily accepted. That point is you trying as much as you can to be very dedicated in what you're doing. Because if I'm a client, on your status, you're marketing real estate today, tomorrow you're marketing earring, next tomorrow you're marketing a water flask, the other day you're marketing a shoes, I'll take you as an unserious person. Not just an unserious person. I will now see that what you're doing, this real estate thing that you're doing, is not even your calling. You're just doing it as a means of survival. Nobody wants to deal with such person. They want to deal with somebody that is efficient in whatever they are doing, and somebody that is, how do I put it now? There's a particular word I'm looking for. You're very efficient in what you're doing, and your need is in you. You're living in it. Not like just trying any way out. If you're like that, then I see you that you're just looking for commission. You can easily tell them to go and buy property that doesn't exist just because you want to get your commission. You can easily lead them astray, and you cannot satisfy your clients when you're everywhere selling everything. So that boils down to you being consistent in a particular field. This is real estate. You face real estate and do real estate. Let it be that you're known for real estate. Whenever your name is mentioned, real estate, so consistent and do what you're doing, and do it with all pride. There's no problem being boastful in what you're doing. It's not being arrogant. It's you knowing that this is what I'm doing and I'm doing it. And funny enough, a lot of people try to talk people down on a particular field, especially real estate, because almost everybody that came to Abuja, they started with agent work, maybe renting apartments, selling properties before they made it, and then diverted to their main career. So because it didn't work for them, they try as much as to tell you, this thing they work, are you still doing this thing? Just don't listen to them. It didn't work for them, doesn't mean that it won't work for you. If this is what you want to do, make sure you're doing it. To be frank, it's not always juicy. You have to work out your salvation. You have to work it out. Because one person does not buy property consistently. Property is not like food that you must eat 3 times in a day. They just buy once in a while, then later another person will not buy. So even if you're not selling as you should, as you expect to sell, let that not bother you. Just keep posting, keep doing it, keep marketing, consistently being a realtor, and one day it will definitely pay off.
This is Real Estate Solution Talk with Happy Jonathan, your favorite realtor.